Good evening, everybody. Happy Terrific Tuesday. We are back for our recap of Married to Medicine, Season 12, Episode 9, Unexpected Consequences. Okay? Good evening, Auntie Diva. How you doing?
How you doing? Okay, we here, we in the building. Yes.
Yes, we are. Listen, it is Oh, Lord Jesus. Come on Thursday so we can get to Friday. Yes, Lord. It is Tuesday.
Not come on Thursday on a Tuesday.
Okay, but listen, it is Tuesday, and Diva, we must not forget that it is the third day of what we recognize as Black History Month. Shout out to Black History Month, okay?
Yes.
You know, I know they try to erase us out of this country, Diva, but we want to make sure we recognize ourselves and all of the hard work and dedication that our ancestors have put in to get us to where we are today. So happy Black History Month to each and every one of you.
You know what, Royaire? So next week we gotta come with maybe a Black History fact as the street news. Okay, I might learn a thing or two myself.
Okay, listen. I was looking at this page.
How much Black history you know? Woo, child, were we in the same boat?
Listen. Is lift every voice and say you in heaven ring. I know that Black National Anthem is what I do know, okay?
Okay. I'm back.
I'm back, baby, okay?
Ooh, child. Yes. Okay, we're going to do some Black history over here.
Okay, so yes.
Learn the people.
We'll do this month. We will come with the Black History moment. You know, yesterday I did learn. I followed this little Black History page on Facebook.
Well, come on to the Black
History. The broom with the stick, like the long broom with the stick.
Uh-huh.
So a Black man created the stick for the long broom so that people wouldn't have to bend over and like sweep up like this. I was like, see, come on.
Come on, Black brother. What was his name?
Listen, you're doing too much. Just know that he was Black. He created the stick for the dustpan, okay? Somebody look up the broomstick dustpan in the Black man. Oh my God.
Listen, y'all been doing homework for Black History Month.
Listen, we got to educate ourselves. We're going to do better from our ancestors, okay? But we're going to do better. But listen, we are live on both channels, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. So if you can hit the like button on both of our channels, we would greatly appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. And if you can do us one more favor tonight as we are live, hit that share button and let the people know that we are live and recapping episode 9, season 12 of Married to Medicine. Diva, another good episode so far. I've been truly entertained. Let me say this before we get too far into this. Shout out to Contessa, okay? This is how you host a girls trip. This is how you host a girls trip.
Who knew she had it in her?
This will be. We've been waiting on this for 12 years, Diva. 12 years a slave, and Contessa finally brought us through.
Don't do tests like that. Don't do tests like that.
I said, come on, Contessa, you better. So we'll get into that just a moment. You know how great of a host she's been, but this trip has been so good. This season so far, we're on episode 9, Diva. I'm pretty sure we're pretty much at the halfway mark of the season. Let's see, we got, 17 episodes out of Potomac, and they had a lot going on. So I imagine we'll probably see 14 to 15 from this show, and then probably a 3-part reunion. Emmanuel, she was going to make sure they did all the games and activities, okay? She said she didn't waste her time and put all this together for y'all not to be entertained, okay? Show up and show up.
On the girls trip, Royaire, you going on the girls trip?
I'm going on the girls trip.
Okay, I'm going on the girls trip.
Emmanuel, you going on the girls trip? Let us know down in the comments section. Raheem, you going on the girls trip?
Oh, God, I cannot.
Let us know if y'all going on the girls trip, okay? It was everything though, Diva. The food, the house, the layout, everything that Contessa planned, and she's sticking to the itinerary of what she has planned. But we're gonna get into that in just a moment. What I do want us to jump into is our street news segment of the evening. Did I tell you what our street news was?
No, but I'm ready.
Okay, well, let's jump into this. Well, listen, you know, Diva, all good things have to come to an end at some point in time, as we all know. So talk show host, you know, Sherri Shepherd, her talk show has apparently been canceled after 4 seasons. It will end later on this year. So according to reports, comedian Sherri Shepherd, the talk show Sherri, will end after 4 seasons. Producer, co-president Ira Bernstein and Mort Marcus said as joint statement, "We believe in the show and in Sherri and intend to explore alternatives for it on other platforms." They cited the changing daytime landscape as the reason for the cancellation. Variety was the first to report the story. Sherri became the official replacement for Wendy Williams back in 2022 after Williams' health struggles. Let's see. Kelly Clarkson also coincidentally announced that her show will wrap in 2026 as well. In January of 23, The Wrap reported that Sherri was one of Fox's top performing daytime shows. Sherri's show helped spotlight comedians and minority talent, excuse me. So Diva, you know, Sherri is, you know, she's going away. After 4 years? 4 years? You know, I'll say this. Sherri, no shade, but I just didn't feel that she fit for me for this daytime television thing. And I'm going to say this for this reason. In my opinion, when she stepped in, I don't feel like she ever stepped into her own lane. She was stepping in Wendy's lane, and when they brought her on, it just felt like, in my opinion, it always felt like a knockoff of the Wendy Williams show. And I said that for so long. And so, you know, I never really got it with Sherri. I just couldn't, you know, I just couldn't pick it up. I watched it a few times, and it just wasn't my thing. It just wasn't my thing. And I know that you have been to the show a few times, so I did want to talk about this. Is to see what your thoughts and opinions lie, and you guys as well as you are viewing. Let us know what you think in the comment section. But Diva, anything you want to say about this?
Well, yeah. So let me tell you what's always hard. It's always hard following someone that the people adored, right? And, you know, people were, whatever they wanted to say about Wendy, she messy, she this, she that. Wendy laid down the groundwork for a lot of people on YouTube that are in our sector of YouTube, right? A lot of them are doing the messy. How are they any different? Or if you even want to put we, or if you want to put me in there, any different than what Wendy Williams did? Wendy Williams laid the groundwork for that, and and she started it and did it way before anybody else had the guts to do it. She told us way before this Diddy trial and anything came out about Diddy that allegedly, we gotta say allegedly, he was the down low rapper. Wendy said that. And they wanted to beat Wendy up, and Wendy lost her job in New York because she said that.
Right.
So Wendy Williams been telling the tea way before anybody knew they wanted a cup. So even though Wendy Williams had her downfall because of her extracurricular activities, at the end of the day, listen though, at the end of the day, Royaire, people need to understand whether you like a person or not, you got to give them their props for being the queen of daytime TV. Now, Oprah was the queen in a different way. But Wendy was a queen of daytime talk in her own way. How you doing?
Of the new generation, for sure.
Yeah.
Of the new era.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Shoe cam.
Come on now. Okay. The Diva fan. We can't the Diva fan, honey. All right.
Okay. So Royaire, it would be hard if Beyonce started something and she had to leave it, and then they ushered in Diva. The people adore Beyonce.
Yes.
Now, if they would have had Beyonce show and then Diva, it would have been a whole nother story. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think Sherry had a tough hill to climb. She came behind Wendy, and because everybody didn't fully know what was going on with Wendy, they was looking at Sherry like she was taking Wendy Williams' purple chair, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
But that's how the people saw it. And then also the people didn't like how they did that final terrible episode for Wendy. They did a 2-second clip to say
goodbye. Wendy Williams show without Wendy. How dreadful.
How dreadful. How dreadful. So they did this, and so many people was like, Sherry, you was wrong for that. So they did, and even if it wasn't, that wasn't Sherry's, fault. But it don't matter. It's the optics that matter. But we all know at the end of the day, Royaire, optics matter.
Yeah.
And see, but I will also tell you this: the people that speak up, whether you at Target, Walmart, or whatever, y'all always get the wrong end of the deal. So even if Sherry probably would have spoke up, it probably would have been messy.
It would have blew up in her face.
So it would have blew up in her face. So I will say this: Sherry, she's absolutely beautiful. Daytime talk is not easy, and you have to find your niche. And so I watch Drew Barrymore, but I'm a talk show. I love talk shows. I watch Drew Barrymore, and Drew has her niche. Drew just likes to sit on top of her guests and interview them, and she just be that close. But that's Drew. So what am I saying to get back to Sherry? Sherry had a tough hill to climb. And then also, we still don't know what happened between her and her best friend.
Yes, I forgot about that.
And allegedly, he was suing Truly Entertainment. He was suing all Denmark Mercury. He was suing all the people involved in that show. So that didn't help her either. John, you did your best friend dirty, and now she's jobless. You happy, John? So now you got a situation where she's trying to build up her show because they say, daytime talk is going in a different direction. Tamron Hall show is still on the air.
Jennifer Hudson horrible show is still on the air. I mean, just good and horrible. You hear me? It's terrible.
You know what I love? It is, and I love Jennifer Hudson, but it is bad. It's bad. So what I have to say is, in my opinion, it was unfortunately it was. And so I've been to the physical show live, Sherry Shepherd, several times, and she still had the Wendy Williams DJ. She still had the hype man that would hype up the audience. So it felt Wendy Williams still, but with her being the host. But Sherry, keep your head up, and we wish you well.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what though? Only reason why I mentioned that, Monique, is because they said, this ain't Diva words. I read the paperwork. They said daytime talk show atmosphere is changing. They said that. So my thing is, y'all need to stop the lies. If it's changing, then why is Tamron Hall? And I don't want her to be jobless, but Tamron Hall is still on. Like Royaire said, what's her daughter name? Jennifer's still on. Drew Barrymore is still on.
What's the black guy that be helping the families to I want to say he's part of Queer Eye, maybe.
He is. I just did a story on him the other day. Yeah,
he's still on. You got all of these people who are in the middle of daytime talk who are still running their, running strong. The View, The View,
and Dina the Explorer. Yeah, Karamo is still on. So don't miss us. Sometimes when they talk about stuff, Royaire, they think we stupid. Miss us with the BS explanation of daytime talk shows are taking a different road. No, they not. You just don't want Sherry no more.
Oh my God.
He's not stupid in this Black History Month. And you know what, Royaire, they did her dirty. You going to announce her demise in Black History Month? Thank Lorraine for doing your homework. She said Lloyd Ray invented the dustpan with the broomstick. Holla, Lloyd.
Shout out to Lloyd.
So they was disrespect. They could have announced this in March.
What the people say? Nobody is treated worse than the Black woman.
They do us so dirty, Royaire.
Shame that you fire her in her own month. The one month we get out the 12 months of the daggone year, the shortest month.
We got 28 days. And you decide to let the fact that she's being canceled out in Black History Month. What's the name? Denmark Mercury. Shame on y'all.
Ira and what?
Disgusting behavior.
Ira and Mort. Shame on y'all.
But you know what? I did watch. No. All jokes aside, I like Sherry Shepherd, and in person, she's an actual sweetheart. I've been to the show several times. She's very nice, and she's tiny too. She's tiny, she's a little thing, but she's very nice, and she talks to the audience. She does, like in commercial breaks. She talks to the audience. I just really think, to be honest with you, she stepped into a mess. And she tried to recover, but I really think her bestie John, that wanted to sue them and started a whole lot of mess, allegedly, is probably the reason why they said, no, we done.
We done. Look, now we looking for other platforms for her. I guess she's gonna be over here on the YouTube with us.
No, you know what? Maybe she'll be on Netflix. Maybe she'll get a Netflix deal.
Yes, I heard that Charlamagne and them moved to Netflix or streaming on Netflix or something like that. The Breakfast Club.
But let me tell you something about the Breakfast Club. The people could talk about Charlamagne all they want. That man is rolling in the ducats.
Yes, very smart.
I think I forgot. I think it was Sirius XM. One of them platforms, they gave him a $200 million deal. Can I come over and say a couple words in the mic too, and y'all cut me some of the money?
Okay. This is Diva and Royaire, and we are here with your street news. Okay.
You better promote our brand.
We're live.
You better promote our brand. Now, come on now, Ray. I love it.
Listen, but well wishes to Sherry and all of her future endeavors. I really like Sherry as well. Like, I've never really been a daytime talk person other than Wendy. And Wendy was more so of a personal thing for me, just because she is out of the box, which you would not consider quote unquote normal, or whatever. And so that helped me fit in with her. But I've always really enjoyed Sherry. I love her as an actress. I love her as a comedian. And I wish her well in everything that is coming to her and her family. So Sherry, shout out to you. Shout out to your 4 years on TV, daytime TV. That is not an easy thing to do. And 4 years is not a small amount of, years. That is a long time. So shout out to her. Congratulations. Barbara Walters set you up well, and we know that you're going to go off and do great and mighty things as always.
So the Karen prayer to Sherry.
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh God, I don't know why I fool with you, Royaire.
Listen, well, that has been our street news segment. We're going to jump right into our episode, Married to Medicine, season 12, episode 9, Unexpected Consequences. So we start off this episode. As you all know, we are now on the girls' trip down in Florida. Contessa is hosting a girls' trip. She's got a beautiful home. Everything has worked out so far. Well, in the ending of last episode, we got a little surprise, okay? Dr. Heavenly has popped up and decided that she wanted to come and be a part of the girls' trip after saying that she did not feel comfortable around Simone, that she was unhinged, that she was aggressive, and all of these flash words that we were talking about last week if you watched us, okay? So, we have reached a point in this episode, where Jackie and Simone are having a moment. And so Jackie has sat down to meet with Simone in regards to how she's feeling and healing and what Heavenly has done to her. Simone doesn't, need anybody to validate her feelings. She knows what was said. She knows who she's dealing with, and it is what it is. She doesn't want to hear Heavenly out. She doesn't want to hear any more fake apologies. She is at the point where she feels Heavenly said what she said. She meant what she meant, and I'm done with her. And as she said in her confessionals, I can kick my own ass for believing and falling for Heavenly's foolishness yet again, okay? So Contessa confronted Heavenly asking, how you just gonna pop up on my trip, girl? Like, I called you, you didn't call me back, you didn't let me know. Heavenly talked about, well, yesterday was Daddy's birthday, And so Contessa's like, listen, that don't negate you, still reaching out to me and letting me know what's going on. Heavenly felt that she needed a break from the group after Angel's party. She felt attacked, at the event. Dr. Jackie, she said there's nothing right about what Heavenly did because she's still trying to convince Simone, that we can kind of move past this. And, Jackie does acknowledge that there's nothing, Heavenly did was okay, but you need to hear her out and understand where she's coming from as well. Simone, she was like, I'm good. I don't need to hear what she's got to say. She said what she said. She meant what she meant. Jackie said that she's not going to take anybody's side. She knows that Heavenly can be out of pocket, but she also knows that Heavenly has a good heart. Simone doesn't care about what's going on in Heavenly's life. She is who she is. She can miss her with that BS, and we good. We can be in the same space, but we don't have to, acknowledge one another and do each other. We're good. Jackie said, well, listen. And then also Simone said, listen, if she comes for me, I'm going to 12. Jackie said, well, I seen the county jail down there, honey, and it's small. It ain't too cute. Simone said, listen, just make sure you got the bail money and we will be okay. All right. And then I'm gonna throw this in here as well. Contessa informed Heavenly that we have just one room with multiple beds. That is the only thing that's left behind. Heavenly said that she gonna take Quad's room. Quad said, you can't take it. And then Heavenly said, well, can we share it? Can we split the room? So her and Quad are gonna split the room. And then Contessa feels that a conversation should be held at dinner tonight to try to clear up the issues between Simone and Heavenly. That was our opening scene of the night, Diva. For me, for Heavenly just to pop up out of the blue, to walk in to think that there's a room saved for you, that you just gonna come in and be Queen Bee. No, ma'am. You used all of these flash words last week towards Dr. Simone. You said you weren't coming. You said you needed a break from the group. For you to pop up, not call, not text, you just show up like, girl, what is going on? What is going on, Heavenly? And Diva, I'm normally here for the antics and the foolishness, but we have just gotten to a point where it is out of control. And I think also it plays in more to me because she's running for state representative. I just was expecting a little more maturity and a little more growth, and I don't see it. I just don't see it. Oh, and then Dr. Jackie not taking up for Simone, knowing that Heavenly was flat out wrong for the things that she said. I'm done with Jackie too. How can you sit here and I don't know if you watch What Happens Live this past week with her and Ashley Darby. Even Ashley Darby was like, girl, that's your friend. You not checking for your friend? Heavenly was out of pocket. Well, I'm not gonna take sides because every time I do, they end up out at dinner together again. Girl, stop the BS, Dr. Jackie. You are okay with Heavenly's mess because it's really who you are in real life. And it's shameful that Simone has been holding you down for 20 plus years, and you let this new friend that's come in just in the last 7 or 8 years and completely destroy the relationship and the confidence that Simone has set in you. It's just nasty work to me across the board.
Well, honey, we on the same page tonight. You better wake up over there. You better get your life together in Black History Month, okay?
Because we've been arguing about this for years.
Yes. Dr. Jackie to me is not a true friend.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's funny? You want to know what's funny? We're going to see next week how Dr. Heavenly calls her own friend Dr. Jackie out. Diva, ain't that some ish? Jackie ain't going to take a side so Heavenly can come for some more. Yep.
Messy.
Very messy. So I really don't like the way Dr. Heavenly keeps replaying that situation that didn't happen the way it did.
Right.
And I feel like more of them girls know it didn't happen like that. And nobody really is speaking up. They just all kind of being a little quiet about it, right? So she shows up without a security guard, but she's so scared. She came on that trip so she could get that check.
Because Giselle had security when Monique was acting a fool. Okay.
That part. So, and I felt like, just in general, I felt like this whole episode was trying to discuss this thing between Heavenly and Simone. And I just kind of, in a little bit of a way, I was over it because Heavenly is who she is. I'm over that whole situation. I'm over Dr. Jackie being a half of a friend and then acting like she's so emotional and she crying, but we're going to get to that part. You know what I mean? Dr. Heavenly just showing up out of nowhere and then talking about she going to sleep in the room with Quad. No, you should have went in that room with them 5 bunk beds
with Angel and Brandy.
Yes, with Angel and Brandy. Okay, but of course, Quad gonna be like, okay, no problem, whatever. Okay, I think Dr. Heavenly's energy is off, and I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
Yeah, it's draining. It's like it's just the same story over and over again. Yeah. No new growth, nothing changing. It's me, you always the victim, but you can never see when you're playing, the criminal. Like you never see that. And we're over it. This has been 12 years now, Diva. She's been on the show for 11 as a full-time castmate. Yeah. And every year you are wrapped up, tied up, involved in some kind of mess. And you never take accountability or you do take the accountability and responsibility, but it's just through words. We never see it in action. You say you apologize, but then we go back to the same behavior over and over again. At this point, Diva, I'm just glad that Simone has recognized that, Heavenly is who she is. I need to accept it and move forward about it and really stop trusting and saying things that you don't want to hear outside of Heavenly, because she's going to tell it. It's apparent.
Yeah.
And next week in next week's episode when it comes to Jackie.
That part. That part.
Thank you so much, Shonda. We appreciate you for joining us. Listen, we love y'all and appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing to both Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. So in our next scene, Diva, we have Simone and Toya. They are in Simone's room on the bed. Toya came in to check on Simone. Simone enjoyed the day except for Heavenly showing up unexpectedly. Heavenly did not speak to Simone when she came in. Toya did ask her that. Toya shares how Heavenly said she doesn't feel safe, but you came and stayed at the house with the very person that you feel unsafe with. Toya is confused and doesn't understand that. Simone thought that Heavenly was staying at a hotel. If Simone, gets out of bed, she will not sit in the presence of someone that is going to lie on her and make up things about her that are not true. And then Toya said that Eugene had said that Heavenly would be the perfect representative for politics because all she does is lie. So she'll fit right in. And then we have a scene with Quad and Heavenly. So down the hallway, Quad and Heavenly are sharing a room. Quad, has been keeping Heavenly abreast of everything, all the conversations that's been going on while she's been missing. So Quad said that Heavenly has been the topic of discussion since last night and asked Heavenly, did Simone push her? Because that is what Simone said, quote unquote, or Heavenly said Simone, quote unquote, pushed her. And Simone said that did not happen. That's not how it happened. Heavenly showed an example of how, she felt Simone was. So she said she was, put her arm around Simone and she said, get the ass up off of me, daddy. And, just being more dramatic than what the moment was. Mm-hmm. Simone used the words, get your hands off of me, get your hands off of. She did cuss or whatever, but it wasn't all of this dramatic extraness that Heavenly is making it seem like. And she did not throw her hand. She lifted her hand up off of her and moved her out of the way. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And okay. So, let's see. Quad stated that Simone said she never pushed her, and then Heavenly felt that the energy that Simone was coming with was evil and it was unhinged. Heavenly said that she can be in the room with Simone just as long as she don't put her hands on her. So those were those first two other two scenes that we had. Let me tell you something. Toya is coming through as a support system to Simone. It's like I kind of had an idea that they were close, Diva, but I didn't know it was like this close. I mean, Toya has become the new Jackie. I mean, they're kind of like the new duo, Jackie and Simone versus Heavenly and Jackie. And it's different, but I love the support that that Toya is giving. I'm loving that she's acknowledging exactly what happened. She's speaking the truth. And like she said, how do you show up on a trip? And we've said this too, Diva, that you feel scared, offended, and aggressed by someone that you claim that you're afraid of. How do you show up to this? And then Quad keeping up the mess and the dramas, giving Heavenly all the details and stuff. In my opinion, this is just another way for Quad to stay on the show. You don't have nothing else to talk about, so you're going to continue to invest in all of this foolishness to keep the drama going so that you can have a part. I'm not here for it at all.
Yeah. Heavenly telling this story and saying that Simone cursed at her and Simone was so aggressive. I'm just not, I don't know, I'm just not liking it, Royaire. It turned me off big time. It really turned me off big time. I don't even know what else to say about this scene. Yeah, lying, Heavenly, she's a pathological liar. Mm-hmm. I really don't. I just was so turned off. But as you stated, holla at Toya. She's standing on business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what, Lawson? You are correct. That's abusive. Heavenly goes low every time and expects everyone to accept her empty apologies because the behavior never changes. Mm-hmm. And I maybe Lawson, maybe that's why I was over it. I felt nothing. Heavenly always be that little girl with no. Listen, well, then there's that. I'm just, I'm just done with her. I don't even know what else to say, Royaire. I'm done. Done.
There's nothing else really to say. I mean, she has showed us exactly who she is. Even if this is the character that you are playing for TV, it's just not a good look. It's not acceptable, and it's not okay. Like, take accountability, take responsibility, and actually change the behavior because this ain't cool. I mean, over and over again, we hear the same apologies and nothing's changed. Emmanuel even mentioned, you said horrible things about Greg, knowing that he was a psychiatrist. Just horrible things that can ruin people's career. But you be the first one to get upset when somebody talk about you and your businesses.
That part. And you know what, too? I just feel like they said, she goes so low and then she just thinks it's a joke. But you're running for a state representative or whatever it is you're running for. and you're like, you don't want to even make a change now. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
Even be on this platform if I was running for such,
Yeah.
for a office of such magnitude. I mean, you're going to be accountable for so many people. And this, as far as accountability, does not look good because we don't see any accountability. So how can the people trust that you're going to be accountable in the profession where you're not accountable in this little petty BS that you got going on? Because this is petty stuff. I mean, it's real because these are real people and real relationships, but it's giving. It's hard to trust you. That's exactly what it's giving.
Yeah. I agree.
All righty. So next up, Diva, we have our men's scenes. So we are with the men. We have Steve and the kids. Listen, Steve said it's time for the babies to go to bed, okay? He's trying to keep them on their nightly routine, even though Mimi is not present. And he said, this is not an ask. This is what I need y'all to do. And the kids ain't here for it, okay? So Steve is ready for Mimi to come back because he said he can't do it on his own. He needs help, okay? We have Eugene, Ashton, and Avery. They're out doing a little art together. And that's one thing they seem to always do together, Diva. They are always doing something artistic.
Yes.
Making candles and scents one time. They were painting one time. Now they making these little carpet boards. Like, I just love the activities that they choose to do with their families. Eugene talked about
but when you stop there, I was interested in doing that activity.
Oh, yes. That's what
where that at?
This
little BB gun making them.
Yes, I was
very interested in that activity. Yes.
I love that Eugene really spends quality time for what we see with the boys doing great activities that seem to be really fun. And speaking of that, he wanted to see how the boys were feeling about him not being home as often as maybe they are normally used to him being there. He wanted to see how the boys are feeling. Do they feel okay? Do they feel like they're learning enough? And the boys said that they good. Everything is fine. It doesn't seem like anything has really changed for them. And Diva, most importantly, they seem happy and satisfied just doing what they do. And that's what really matters most when it comes to the kids. So shout out to Eugene, always making time for his boys, always making sure that he's holding down the fort for the family. Just go Eugene. Go Eugene. Scott and the kids, they're down playing pool. Baby girl is cheating, but they're having a good time. And then we have our final scene with Cecil and the boys, Michael and Miles, okay? So we all know that Cecil, Simone, and, the Whitmore family have been through a lot this season, okay?
A lot.
We had a rough start to
the season. Who cares about me?
Diva, I do. I do, Mom.
Oh my God! Listen. Simone give us TV.
Good TV, okay?
He gives us TV. Yes.
TV.
Yes.
So, Cecil comes over to check in on the boys. They really haven't been by the house since the last blow up of it all that Simone, had on everyone. And so, the boys haven't come around since the fight. Cecil explains to the boys that Simone is tired and feels unappreciated, in regards to how the boys have been behaving and how he's been moving as well. Cecil explains to the boys that, Simone doesn't want to keep putting out thousands of dollars to take care of the boys and then have nothing left, once she retires to do what she wants. Michael said that he gets it, but his mom did not mention it to him because Cecil asked if Simone said anything to the boys about it. Miles said that when he talked to Mom, she did allude to it. Cecil says that, outside of the children, their relationship is great. He said about 75% of our issues is y'all. Michael said about 85 to 90% of the issues is us, okay? And they, outside of that, they have no issues. Cecil, said that, he wants the boys to kind of just get responsible, see where they can pick up and help out, and so he said, well, listen, y'all want to go out and eat, Miles said, is it on you? He said, of course, it's on him via Simone, okay? So those were the scenes.
You dirty for that.
So those were the scenes with the men. You know, Stevie and Mimi, they seem to be really having a hard time in this, you know, just being parents overall. Like you can't keep Savannah on the schedule. You can't keep little Stevie on the schedule. They having a rough time at home, Diva, and I don't know how to feel about that. I
don't feel about it.
So since we don't feel about it, we'll move on. Like I said, I love Eugene, Avery, and the boys. That was a great moment. Scott and the kids, that was what it was. Let me deal with Cecil, okay? Here was my issue with Cecil coming to the boys with this conversation, Diva. You know, they say that marriage, when you're in a marriage, it's one, right? We are one, okay?
Right.
How can you come to the boys and say that Simone is sick and tired of them forking over money left and right that Simone is going to have to pay, as if this is just a Simone issue? If you really want your wife to be happy and y'all really want to be in a good space, you have to come to the boys on one accord and one army fighting, you know, for each other. This can't just be a Simone issue, even if it is just a Simone issue. If you want to rectify this issue, you need to be really there to support Simone and let the boys know, hey, this is not cool. You know, your mom doesn't like it, and I understand where she's coming from. But to make it seem like this is solely a Simone issue and you don't have the issue with it, the boys can then say, well, Dad don't care, so we'll continue not to care either. And that is the issue that Simone keeps complaining to Cecil about. It's not just about you. It's about us, how I feel, and you need to come to bat for us when it comes to any issues that I may have with the boys. Fight for us, not just your mom has this issue. No, we are a team.
Right. So Dr. Mimi's house, Stevie, I feel like this is their storyline, and I was over it when they started it. Okay, I'm gonna need them to do something different. So that's it with Dr. Mimi and Stevie. Okay. Eugene and the boys, like I said, Royaire, we got to do some research and find out where that craft activity is. Is it in other states too? Because
they have one here in Charlotte and Uptown. I have seen that before. I can't remember what it's called, but they do, and I'm sure they'll have it where you are as well.
You need to find out, because I feel like that thing was everything. I was loving it. Yes. And like you said, I love Toya. I love Dr. Eugene. I love their family. I'm here for them all day long. And I promise you, if they ever try to say that Toya and Eugene don't belong or married to medicine, I'm falling out.
Because they are married to the medicine, okay?
They are married to medicine. I love them. And you know what? At the end of the day, Toya is a true housewife. Remember when they was in that community with the golf carts? And
I do.
And she was playing tennis all day.
Child, with her little cute little mini skirt on. I said, go ahead, girl. Listen.
Child. And she was driving around the neighborhood in the golf carts. And the boys go to $30,000 a year schools. That girl is married to medicine. She a whole housewife, and ain't nobody gonna tell her different. Period. I like Toya and Eugene. And you know what I really love about Eugene, Royaire? I said it before. I don't care what Toya do. He's standing by her side.
All day, every day. And gonna apologize even when he not wrong. That's a good man, Savannah, okay? Even when he 1000% right, he's still gonna apologize.
Yes. Okay.
Listen, Lawson said the men need to go on strike because they make this show along with the ladies. Bravo needs to cut the men of Married to Medicine a check. And yes, they do. Okay.
You know, I said that before. I feel like all the men should get paid. I think it's totally unfair that they don't. I don't like it. And I totally agree. They should get some type of check. I think it's very unfair. Bravo is doing slave employee.
Not during Black History Month.
They over there doing slave labor. I think I think the husband should get paid, and I think if you got a kid that is their face is being seen on that TV, they should get some money into their college fund. Yes. Period. Okay. Yeah. So anywho, Dr. Scott and the kids. I'm just glad Dr. Scott is still with Contessa. Because remember, for a minute there, he was doing what Curtis was doing. He was for the streets. Because remember, Contessa said out her own mouth, I don't know what that man be doing, okay, about her husband. So I'm glad they together, and I'm glad they're making it, and I'm glad he kept that Black family together. Dr. Scott, I like you. All right. I don't know why I fool with you, Royaire. I don't. Listen. Cecil and the boys, you know what? And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but Cecil is a whole punk. You going there, you being all soft and pink. Hey, boys. You know, your mother... You know, your mom, Simone, did she talk to y'all? Cecil, you was at the dinner. What are you talking about? You was sitting there. You know, your mom, did she tell y'all that she's tired of paying thousands and thousands of dollars for you boys? Royaire, what is the son name that was on the other couch by himself? What's his name?
Miles and Michael.
Which one is Michael?
Michael is with the taller hair. He's got the taller hair. Miles has got the shorter hair.
So Miles was on the couch by himself, and Michael.
Michael was sitting on the.
So Miles is the calm one. Michael is the firecracker.
Yes.
He's the firecracker. Because the whole time Cecil was talking, he was on that couch like this.
Like, we having this conversation again.
Okay. And the other one was over there engaged. Yes. And once again, he said, no, I understand what mom's talking about. And Michael don't care if Simone empties out that bank account on him. He's a little entitled kid. He's messy. But all the kids, I think, across the board on all these shows, I don't care what show it is, the kids are adorable. They're absolutely gorgeous, handsome, whatever you want to say. And their boys are good. She has good-looking boys. They both had those beautiful smiles. But that darn Michael, he going to drive Simone right to her grave. That's why he came on the Instagram and let us know he got his Tesla. Now what?
And what? And who gonna check him, boo?
Yeah, Michael is spoiled rotten. Because he was sitting there when Cecil was talking like whatever. And was Michael the one that asked, was Cecil paying for dinner?
No, that was Miles. Michael don't have to ask because he already know he ain't pulling out no checkbook or nothing. He ain't pulling it now.
Child, messy. But you know what though? I like the way that Cecil at least tried to come on screen and act like he was trying to help Simone out. Because you know Simone, she a firecracker.
Listen.
Nobody cares about me. But you know what? Cecil do know how to speak up when he needs to. He's like, hold on now, wait a minute. Remember that scene?
I don't care about you. I don't take stuff off your hands.
Well, he had to. He said, now wait a minute, Simone. So shout out to Cecil for standing his ground. Because she said nobody cares about me.
Listen. Yeah, when I tell you, I mean, this was a really good episode, Diva. I really, really enjoyed it. So we move into our last couple of scenes of the night. We have the ladies who are getting ready for dinner. Brandy's steaming some clothes. Toya's trying to find some shoes for her outfit. Mimi calls to check in with Steve, how the kids doing. Savannah did make it to camp today. Little Stevie did not. He is having camp at the office. And so Mimi shared that she went swimming with the dolphins, and asked would Steve go with her if he was there. He said, hell no. So those were those little scenes. So then Contessa calls everyone down for dinner. The dinner is an all-cast event, of course. So everybody is here for the dinner. The ladies come and sit at the table. The chef comes over. He brings out some amazing food. He talks about these wonton chicken wings, that he's got for the ladies. So they're going to enjoy that. Quad asks... so let's start off with some prayer, ladies. Simone, can you pray? Simone said, no, I'm not going to pray. Ask somebody else. Okay. So Toya offered to say the grace. Toya gave a grace. She thanked for the food that prepared it. Keep everybody skinny and let everything go well. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. So everyone talked about how they've been enjoying the house. It's been such a great trip. They're really enjoying themselves. Contessa asked Heavenly, why did she not tell her she was coming? Heavenly said that she had a lot going on and she didn't want to come with the wrong energy and bad vibes. Contessa didn't want, she wanted to know if you didn't come because you didn't want to be on the same plane with Simone, or you didn't want to be in the same house. Like, what was up with that? Simone expressed to the ladies that she didn't feel, Heavenly said she didn't feel safe about being around me. And so that was pretty much why she did not come. Heavenly said that she was alone and came, she was, when her issue with Simone, her issue was that Simone was unhinged, she was aggressive, and she felt that Simone pushed her, and that was her feeling about the situation. Simone said, I did not push you. You have a right to feel how you feel, about the situation, but I did not push you. Heavenly said, you touched me. And so they kind of go back and forth about that. Let's see. Simone said, it's all on camera. Play back the tape. They did give us a live montage in the episode, and so we do see that again. Heavenly said that she felt it was a hostile environment. She felt Simone snapped, and Heavenly said that she couldn't be in that type of environment. That's just not okay, for anybody to put their hands on her or anybody else, which was very interesting to me, Diva, because in my opinion, a lot like Kenya Moore, Heavenly she uses words to push people. And to put people in bad situations. And that's just as bad as putting your hands on somebody, using words to provoke them, and the Bible speaks about provoking. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Since Heavenly was the one sitting up in the bed reading her word, you would think she would know better. The table went silent. And so, Toya said, well, listen, I got to get some wine because we need a bottle of wine. Simone got up and left the table as well because she said she doesn't feel comfortable and she's not going to put up with this BS. Jackie tried to get Simone to stay at the table, but she said she's not hearing it. Heavenly's not taking accountability, and she's good on that. Heavenly felt nobody was hearing her out. Toya said, so, you say that you and Simone are not friends. Well, if that's the case, why would you get physical with her? Why would you put your hands on her at all? If y'all not cool and y'all not friends, what was the point? So they kind of go back and forth about that. Mimi asked Toya not to interject because she felt like Toya was kind of making the situation worse than what it was. Toya wanted Heavenly to answer the question of why she put her hands on her. It just wasn't necessary because Toya feels if she wouldn't have put her hands on her, we wouldn't have even been in this situation pretty much. Heavenly then gets up and walked away from the table as well. Mimi pulled Contessa, Brandy, and Heavenly outside to have a little huddle to be able to talk to Heavenly and see where she is with her emotions. Heavenly felt angry and she felt that nobody was hearing her out and giving her opportunity to express her feelings. Brandy wanted Heavenly to know, did she understand the implications of exactly what she said about Simone, the words that she used. I'm sick of her as well, Diva, because girl, you just got on the show. You don't really know the dynamics of these friendships. Stay in your lane.
Please do.
Loving branding as well, because she needs Heavenly to understand the words that you use in your profession. You as a doctor know what words you can and cannot use. That was out of pocket. So in the house, we had a moan with Simone. She understands that she has to give grace because God gives grace as well. But at this point, she ain't there. She's not ready for that at this moment. Jackie feels that she needs to hear Heavenly out, and Jackie and Simone needs to hear Heavenly's heart as well. Simone just is not here for that. The ladies, do agree that this isn't the time. So Jackie goes outside to talk to Heavenly, and she wants Heavenly to be able to go in there, apologize to Simone, and express what she's got going on. Mimi, said, but you got to do it from the heart and you really have to mean it. Heavenly said that everyone keeps saying Simone is going through, but I'm going through too. Jackie said, we understand you going through. I can't imagine what it's like for your son to be missing. Heavenly cries and have a breakdown moment. Quad comes out there. She said, what's wrong? Jackie says Heavenly's having a breakthrough. Heavenly said that she is open and willing.
Breakthrough like we in Sunday service.
Girl, stop it. She was willing to have the conversation with Simone and apologize. And so the ladies all got up and hugged. Contessa said, come on, let's go play a game because, we're not going to end this for the night. So let's just go and play a game. So the ladies played a game, Diva. It was called whatever's on the card. You got to go and pop the person balloon. I can't remember what the name of the game was.
Petty Pop.
Thank you, Petty Pop. So Toya never checks her own energy. We have Simone that breaks the sound barrier. Let's see who played the victim, because I wrote Simone's name twice by accident.
No, you got that right. They did that for Simone too.
Okay, so she was playing the victim as well. When things get heated, Brandy and Toya, they did not support their friends' political endeavors. Angel said that she's the best dresser in the group. Mimi treats her friends like her patients. Jackie never uses her voice to support her friends. And then Quad doesn't make enough time for the friend group. And then Jackie said, well, who's the best host of the weekend? Everybody said Contessa. And that was the end of that scene. So I know that was a lot, Diva. So whatever you want to talk about and say, you're free to do.
For that scene, I could keep it real simple and clean, Royaire, for those scenes. Sick of Dr. Heavenly.
Mm-hmm.
You went through all of this nonsense, and she said, "Get the F off me! Get the F off me!" I don't recall, and maybe she has. I don't really recall Simone being a cursor like that. And maybe she has. Maybe I just haven't paid attention. But I do know in that scene, all she said is, "Get your hand off of me." And the only reason Dr. Henry was crying is because Brandy clocked that tea. Brandy clocked that tea
all the way, got her together. Okay,
that tea. I like Brandy. Brandy was built for this.
And Diva, that was just what they aired. So imagine what she said that they didn't air.
That's true. Brandy was built for this.
Mm-hmm.
The game was cute because it spun the energy. If we want to talk about energy, right? It spun the energy around with the popping of the balloons. And even when Dr. Heavenly went over and popped Simone balloon, she was laughing next to that. Mm-hmm. So it did change the energy. So hands down, Contessa is a good host. Because in that moment, at that time, it did change the energy. The Dr. Jackie going to talk to Dr. Heavenly, you're better than this. You have evolved. I was like, get out of here with that Dr. Martin Luther King speech. I had a dream.
Dr. Jackie Luther King, girl, bye.
Okay. I was like, I can't. So I mean, it's not much I could say. Like I said, Brandy stands on business. Mimi, she's a bit much.
Yeah, she's a lot.
Especially when she want to tell Toya, we not talking to you. I asked you not to talk.
Right.
Who are you?
Other than the newbie in the group.
Girl, you better go sit down somewhere because we ain't playing this stupid game with you.
Yeah. Overall, like I'm just really enjoying everything that Contessa has done so far. This was yet another good dinner regarding the food, regarding everything being set up, everything looked nice. I wish that Toya could get her feelings across a little bit better. I feel like sometimes because she does drink a lot, that her true feelings come across a little harsh. And they're really good points in what she's saying, because that is true. You sit up here and you say all the time, she's not your friend, she's not your friend. Well, what are we huddling up for a picture for? We are not friends, ma'am. Why do you need to put your hands on me to take a picture? Stand in the picture, put your hands by your side, and let's keep it pushing. Toya had very valid points tonight. And Mimi just completely dismissed those points. And that was out of pocket and out of line, because Heavenly needs to be held accountable. I'm sorry. Go ahead, boo.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's because they knew Heavenly was lying. Because like Toya said, if you didn't put your hands on her, how would she push it off? And when she came, when Dr. Heavenly came to tell her story, when we're gonna just let her talk, I guess you're coming up to them, let her talk. Dr. Heavenly, she said, but she stopped herself about the part when she put her arm around Jackie. You put your arm around her, and she said, take your arm off. She didn't want to tell that. So even Dr. Heavenly knows she was straight up lying. To me, I was like, Heavenly, you too grown for this.
Yeah, no accountability.
Say that, she was aggressive, she was yelling, she's unhinged.
Like, these are not things that everybody be. Loud, aggressive, and all of y'all be loud, aggressive, and unhinged. Each and every one of y'all.
Yeah.
And it's not in the way that you have portrayed it to be, Heavenly. Right. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah. Mimi, you doing too much, boo. Take a back seat.
Today.
All righty. In our final scene of the night, Diva, we move into the next day. Toya's talking on the phone to Eugene. She's talking about, she want to have phone sex, and told Eugene not to send her no picture. And he said he didn't. Well, that means I want you to. Whatever the love that they got between them, Diva, shout out to them, okay? Because it's a real genuine love. It really is. And I think I can fairly say that about everybody on this cast.
No, I will agree.
It is a real genuine love for each other in each of these marriages. So that was beautiful. Heavenly is in the bed with Quad. She's apparently reading Ephesians, which it talks about, who we are as believers, so she's talking about being in this race, politically, she can't be herself. She's not fighting against flesh and blood, she's fighting against spirits, and, she's got to remember that. Well, Heavenly, since you know these things, I need you to put these things to action in your friendships. Because if you're claiming to be a believer, the way that you're treating Simone is not a way a believer would treat somebody. The things that you said about her is not what a believer would say about somebody at all. Bible thumping, but living worldly is just is anybody else. Girl, stop it. Stop.
Please and thank you.
Contessa goes in and she wants to have a fix to be able to, get all of these issues that everybody has come to Florida with worked out and resolved. So she is going around to all of the ladies' rooms, Diva. She's got her computer, her laptop, okay? She got her pen and she is taking notes, okay? Listen, Simone, Diva.
Yes.
What issues do you have? And how can we rectify these friendship issues?
Well, you need to speak to Dr. Heavenly.
Period. So she goes to all the ladies, and everybody has come to the result that, hi, it's Heavenly. She's the problem. It's Heavenly. Yeah. That's what the conclusion was. That's what the consensus was from everybody. Okay. Contessa felt that maybe if she gives the floor specifically to Heavenly to be able to get everything out, we can maybe address some issues. So she gets everything together. She asks the ladies to come on down for breakfast, meet her at the pool. She's passing out yogurt smoothies, getting the vibe set. And Diva, I just cannot get past this. Contessa did an excellent job as a host. Serving people, making sure everybody was comfortable, making sure the food was good. Even though Jackie had allergies, lactose intolerance or whatever. I mean, she just really cared for everybody in the house under the girls' trip. It was so good, so good. Toya, she's
no. No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
My bad. Toya was drinking, she's trying to have a few drinks, but Mimi keeps counting her drinks, okay? Mimi said you on number 4. Toya said she had to go in her closet and sneak a bottle of wine just so she can make sure that Mimi ain't watching her and counting her drinks. Contessa asked if Heavenly can speak to the group without being interrupted. Once she is done, everybody can ask what they want and have the feelings that they want to have, in regards to what she has to say. Simone said, she said, y'all come on over. Let's sit around, come to me. We can talk about this. Simone asked, did Heavenly mind if she took notes? Heavenly said she don't give a F what you do. And so Simone said, well, I don't give a F either, so it's cool. And that right there, Diva, set the energy and the tone for the conversation of where it was going. That was unnecessary and out of pocket for you to say. Why did you have to say that like that? It just wasn't necessary. Like, you were supposed to have been and this is the very person that you're supposed to be apologizing to.
That part.
And this is what you say? To be able to plead your case, to try to get forgiveness from this individual, and this is how you open the door. Diva, the door is closed, okay?
The door is closed. And that's what Simone said.
So nasty and so rude. Now, this is what's so nasty and so rude. Let's see. Heavily went into talking about her campaign launch and how it was really amazing the day, before she was supposed to come to Angel's party. She gets to Angel's party, and so everybody is complaining, specifically Toya and Simone, about the things that she said and what she was right about and what she wasn't right about. She felt it was automatically negative because she heard that the notes came from Toya, and Toya is always negative, so that was her perspective, and that was, where the energy was, and that's why everything kind of fell out the way it did. Toya tried to speak up about Heavenly's behavior, and the ladies was asking Toya to give her opportunity. Heavenly got upset again, not using wisdom, not using maturity, not using any kind of gift of the Holy Spirit to control herself. And she gets up and walks away and says, see, this is why I can't do this, because don't nobody want to listen, and I'm not doing it with this B and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Girl, even if you was going to get up and walk away and say nothing. Whatever happened to the rules of life, Diva? Your mama say if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Just shut up. Mimi goes over to stop her from, leaving. She said, the Toya trying to put you in that mindset. Don't let her do it. And I love how all of a sudden now everything is Toya's fault. Like, we don't have accountability for our own actions. It's Toya's actions that cause us to do everything we want to do. What are we talking about, Mimi? You're supposed to be a therapist.
That part. That's why I'm sick of her, to be honest with you.
Girl.
I'm sick of her. And in the way that she talked to Toya, I'm sick of her.
Yeah.
And you said you're supposed to be a therapist? No, I'm over her. I'm over her, yeah.
Yeah. So, Toya, expresses how she felt. Mimi interrupts her. Excuse me. You're going off on a tangent, and we don't need that right now. This is about Heavenly and Simone. And so then Toya and Mimi get into it, kind of, and Mimi's coming to the pool and walking over to Toya, and she said, I don't need you to come over here, Mimi, because I'm unhinged, honey. When she said that, I felt I might get unhinged, so I don't want you to come over here.
I was here for it.
While Mimi and Toya were going back and forth, Heavenly does go over to Simone. She said, listen, I'm not going to put my hands on you. I'm not going to say anything. I just want to talk to you, okay? Heavenly goes into trying to make excuses and why this and why that and why she did and didn't and all of this extraness. And Simone said, listen, you are who you are. We've heard this 1,000 times. You apologize. I get back cool with you. You act a fool again. We good. It is what it is. We could be cordial. We could be respectful. But as far as a friendship, I'm good. Okay? And so that was pretty much the ending of this episode, Diva. What I will say about this last scene, what I did not agree with, and I like Toya, so don't get me wrong, or I liked her in this situation. What I did not agree with is that I felt this moment, Emmanuel, Mimi threw Sweet Tea under the bus to defend Toya at the lunch. Look at Mimi now, all mad at Toya, and she did.
She all over the place. She need therapy herself. That's why I told you before, Mimi, go break out the therapy books again, study one more again, and then come back to us and tell us about how you see patients all day long. God bless your patience.
Yeah.
Because the way you acting on this TV, it's not therapist-like. Therapy doesn't pick sides. Therapy has a resolution. Therapy doesn't try to shut down somebody else's feelings because you like the other person better. Mimi, I see you.
Yeah.
And I'm over you.
Yeah, I'm good on that. The only thing, like I was saying, that I did not like is that I felt, and this is just how I felt Toya, when she was speaking up, she was making the moment about her instead of Simone. You were talking about things that happened to you. And at this moment, we want to work out Simone's issues first, because she's really due the apology, especially for the things and the words that were used against her. So she's really due the apology. So I felt if that Toya was going to speak up, it should have been in vote of Simone, and not really talking about the things that Heavenly has done to you, even though those things do need to be talked about as well, because Heavenly has done something to everybody. But for Mimi to be, excuse me, this is not your meeting, ma'am. Contessa called this meeting. This is Contessa's girls trip. Contessa had a great idea. She asked for everyone to listen to Heavenly. Once she finishes, then we can express our issues. And that is what happened. Heavenly said what she had to say, and then Toya began to speak up. Now, granted, it was a little off subject, but she still followed the rules. But to shut Toya down, and as if nothing that she had to say was important, out of pocket, out of line, and like you said, Diva, it wasn't giving good therapist. You know, for Heavenly to go over and try to have this conversation with Simone, give it up. We see who you are. We know who you are. Simone sees it. And like she said, we could be cordial, but we good. Nothing more, nothing less. For Jackie, you know, Jackie is a horrible friend, Diva, and she could be no friend to me.
She is, but you know what, though? Her own friend's going to come and bite her in the booty next week. And Jack, I didn't say that. Okay, now that's what you get, Jackie. Now how does it feel? The boomerang is coming back to you. You know, this whole thing, I like I said, I like the way Contessa handled it. I like the way she asked the group, can we let Dr. Heavenly speak? Dr. Heavenly was being childish because I think she took a pause and it did seem like she finished. I feel like Toya brought in her situation because, you know, they cut things up. But what I felt like is during Dr. Heavenly's speech, she said something about why her and Toya wasn't close or had an issue or whatever. That's why I think Toya interjected and started talking about her stuff. That's the way I kind of was feeling as the talk was going on, right? But you know, I'm a fast forward because everything before that really don't matter much. I'm a fast forward to when Dr. Heavenly goes over to Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone. Simone was sitting there like, and she said, I hope this doesn't, you know, we can get, and Simone already made it up in her head that she's done. And I ain't mad at Simone. And then Dr. Heavenly is in her confessional talking about, I hope this one little blip doesn't destroy our friendship. You said I was unhinged. You said you was afraid of me. You said I did all of this wild stuff. But now you hoping that this little blip doesn't destroy our friendship. Why would you want a friendship with somebody that's unhinged? You got to make it make sense. So, you know, I think Dr. Heavenly goes too far to make a scene and for TV. I think she was trying to earn a check, but she went too far and she went to earn it the wrong way. When you to constantly repeat so many times that Dr. Simone was unhinged and she got issues, I wasn't here for it. I didn't like it. Oh, come on, Emmanuel, giving us all the exact words. It was nasty word. He said unhinged, hostile, aggressive were the words used. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. And all of those words are nasty work.
Flash words. And she even said, I knew what to say at the table. I knew what to say so that I didn't have to come on this girls trip. That is exactly what she said. So if you knew what to say, why did you even show up? Why? What was the purpose? If you were, because these are HR words, Diva. Let's just be real about it. These are HR words. And Bravo is a company, and Bravo has had many lawsuits in these most recent years due to HR incidents. So for you to say these things at your job, number one, and then number two, to say these about someone who has, you know, a degree as a doctor and who has to be certified and board certified, you know, and have to, you know, be sure that they are in the laws of doing the correct things, to say these words out of pocket and out of line. And you would be pissed if someone said these things about you.
Hurry, Daddy. And listen, and Daddy would be angry. You angry, Daddy? You was angry, Daddy? Girl, bye. I was done, Royaire. Done.
Yeah. Heavenly has definitely done a number for me this season. I just, you know, I love her. I really do enjoy her. She is a nice person, you know, because we have met a few times. But this behavior, we got to count when you out and wrong. We got to count you out and wrong.
Right.
We got to call it. And you out of order, out of pocket, and you wrong. You're completely wrong. And so is Jackie.
Ooh, Jackie. I wouldn't want a friend like Jackie. I'll take a pass.
Yeah, it's time to reevaluate where you keep your money at, Simone. You got to tell somebody else, because Jackie may come steal it and leave you in jail.
Child.
And give Heavenly's campaign.
Give it. Listen. And you know, if Heavenly told her to leave you in jail, she wouldn't show up. She wouldn't show up.
Yes. But listen, that was our recap of Married to Medicine season 12, episode 9. At the end of every recap, we like to get your thoughts and opinions on the episode on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on this episode down in the comment section, and we will announce those in just a moment. To me, Diva, I'm giving this episode a good, strong 8.5. Strong 8.5.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. You know, the family moments really got me, as always, you know, with the boys and the dad, their dads, and the girls as well. You know, the people holding Heavenly's feet to the fire in regards to Toya and Brandy, you know, I love it. This is what real friendship looks like. You know, Jackie, you over here trying to coerce Simone into being in agreement and hearing out Heavenly. We have heard Heavenly out for 11 years. And the results are the same. So at this point, we need to start looking at you and seeing what you're doing.
You know, I'm trying to figure out where do I fall in terms of a rating of this episode, but I'm going to explain my 9.
Okay.
My 9 is because, you know what? Hands down, Contessa did the darn thing. The game, in the words of Mariah, she needs
to go.
And you ain't lying. The reason why, because that game with the pop the balloon, it was everything.
That was good.
And once it wasn't these nasty, low down questions, it was sunshade. And it had the people laughing. And you know, Quad got up and was running when they wanted to pop her balloon. It was cute.
It was fun.
And I'm leaning y'all towards that 9.5. But yes, I loved it. I love Contessa as a host. I love the dinner. You know what I also love? Matter of fact, I'm upping it to a 9.5, and I'm gonna tell you why. Remember when they was coming down for, it was either dinner or whatever, Contessa was at the edge of the steps, hugging and telling everybody they look good.
Yes. Yeah.
I said, you better be that host. She complimented everybody. She didn't throw no shade about their outfit. She didn't say that. She was like, "Oh my God, you look good. You look good. You look good." Mm-hmm. And she was hugging the people. So yes, it's a 9.5. She really did the darn thing. She didn't shade nobody about their outfit. She hugged all of them at the end of that step. She was waiting there for all of them and told them they all look good. She did that game that was really sweet. And when she went around getting notes from everybody about how she could be a better host and how she could fix this thing, and when Dr. Henry said tell Toy to shut the F up, pretty much she was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. She was straight up truthful. Listen, she was a better therapist than Mimi because she didn't lie to the patient. She told her, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but I'm gonna try to
we'll make note of it.
Contessa did that.
Yeah.
She did that.
I thought
it was really cute, great energy. And you know what, Royaire and Bravo give hostess of the season from whatever show, Contessa should get it. Because I felt it was heartfelt to me when she was hugging everybody coming down the stairs and telling them they look good.
It felt like we was at home. It truly felt like we was at home. It really, really did. She brought a family camaraderie environment. She made sure that everybody was. I mean, she has done. In my opinion, you can't get a better host.
You can't.
You can't. And on top of that, like you were saying, and I forgot about this, not only was she going around to get information on how she could, help the ladies, but she was ready to receive criticism for herself as a host. That's the host, okay?
You better come on, Contessa.
I said that's what you do, okay?
That's what you do. You better come on. Yeah. She did the darn thing, if you ask me, and I was here for every single moment of it. Come on, Contessa. You did the darn thing.
Contessa, the next trip you host, invite us, please. We are here for it because we can trust you.
I'm not doing a bump bed thing because see, you know what the problem is too, though, Royaire, all jokes aside, these houses can be but so big.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So somebody's going to have to get the room that was earmarked for kids. I mean, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Right. But but either way, though, I like Contessa. And listen, and I also like, we can't forget, she told them straight up why they was sharing that room.
Y'all the newbies.
She said it just is what it is.
It's what it is. Take your share and go on about your business.
She did that. She did that, Royaire. It was excellent.
Give the other ladies farewell. Let's do the straws. Whoever gets the strongest, that's where it goes. Period. Everybody still got their own room as an OG.
Yeah. So
that's how you do it.
So yeah, 9.5 for me.
Period. We got a 9.5. I said an 8.5, but heck, I'm gonna up it up to a 9 now that you just. I mean, you gave the reasoning, and I got to give them the answers. Okay, so I'm giving it a 9.
Yes, I loved it.
This episode a 7. Wow. Okay. Evan is giving. Venus is giving this an 8. Sean is giving this a 10 for the recap. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ever is giving this episode an 8. Okay. Let's see. Lucille is giving this an 8. Juanita is giving it a 9.5. Miss Bella is giving it an 8. G said, let's appreciate that all the ladies are clocking in. Okay.
Well, don't you got me stuttering? Facts.
Everybody has clocked in and they're doing their job and doing it well. Okay. Yeah. Well.
Doing it well. Come on now. Yes.
Pink is giving it a 9.5. She agreed with you. Paige said that she is liking Contessa this season, and so am I. Venus said that I like Contessa this season as well. Okay, period. Yes. All right.
You know what? It took y'all darn near 10 years to warm up to Contessa because y'all was doing.
Let's not act like Contessa was not doing all.
Thanks to the warm up.
Diva, Contessa had us out here fighting for her marriage that she wasn't even fighting for. You let us get cussed out by your own husband when you asked.
Wait, I'm gonna do a Mimi. We're not talking about that right now, Royaire.
Oh God. But no, listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for your participation tonight. We totally appreciate it. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit the like button on Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. Go ahead, Auntie.
Okay, I got to share one more thing with y'all before we leave. Let me see. Wait, share. You got to see this. This is dreadful.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, share the screen. The Real co-host Lonnie Love slammed Sherri Shepherd's show production company over depressing cancellation announcement. It's depressing, she said. Sherri should have been and given the courtesy of announcing her show's end, the former Real panelist said. Then you know what, Royaire? Something's gonna come out soon. This is nasty.
Yeah.
This is nasty. Something ain't right here. Something in the water ain't clean.
Did she say anything today on her show? Do you know?
I didn't watch it. Don't do that. Don't okay. Don't be asking me no questions live. Don't do that. I'm going to her page to see.
Okay. Well, as we close out, you can look and I'll close this out. And if something
comes out, close this out.
But listen, y'all, we appreciate y'all. Like I said, if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit the like button on Chronicles of the Gray Hair Divas, and then go over to Royaire's World and hit the like button on Royaire's World. If you're not a subscriber to both of our channels, make sure you subscribe. Join us on Thursday for our reunion looks of Real Housewives of Potomac. We're going to talk about the reunion looks. The ladies had red this year. Oh, excuse me. It is an all red cast, reunion look. And so we're going to talk about that. So join us on Thursday at 6 p.m. for that. Join Diva tonight for trending topics about 8:30. Make sure you stay in tune for that as well. And then make sure you turn your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. Okay.
Listen, y'all gonna stop having us on this darn YouTube real late with these recaps, okay? We almost 2 hours in. But Sherri Shepherd, she was prepared for this cancellation because she already got the Make It Make Sense tour.
Okay. You better tour, honey.
You better tour, honey. 2026 comedy tour. When is it? This is blocking it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Is she coming in New York?
January 16th. Okay. She was in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't see New York on here.
New York ain't on here.
New Jersey is though. Jersey is okay.
Where's Jersey
March 7th, the Atlantic City.
Oh, that's 2 hours from my house.
Oh. Will you drive to the city to go see her show? What's 2 hours to go?
The city take me about an hour. I'm gonna need, back in the day,
minutes for Sherri.
Royaire, back in the day, when we used to always go south to like my grandparents' house, and we would drive and it'd be hours, and they would pack you some fried chicken and stuff. To do this ride to go see her comedy show, I'm gonna have to pack fried chicken, biscuits.
Not a whole picnic on the road.
Not a picnic on the road. This is a pretty picture of her. Sherri, we wish you the best. Lonnie Love said they did you dirty.
Listen, go and show support Sherri. Go show Sherri support. Sorry, y'all. Go check out her show. She is hilarious. She is a really good woman, and I really do enjoy. I listen to her Two Funny Moms podcast every now and then. I do. I really like a good podcast. The people be speaking this, okay? They be telling the tea, okay? But listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you stay up to date with everything we got going on. We'll see you Thursday, and then we'll be back next week on Monday for part 1 of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion, okay? And the girlies said that it's going to be off the chain. Listen, Diva, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. We love y'all.
Wendy, listen to me. I just got out of jail. Shut the F up.
Shut up. Professor, watch and learn.
No, we gotta
Royale's world.